Canada has had the pleasure to be associated with Riva International for a period of time, and primarily through my colleagues Heather Barnhouse and Doris Benora, who are sitting down in front. So we've developed a close working relationship with Aldo and his team. We're proud to represent them, we're proud to work with them, and act as their trusted legal counsel and advisors. So together with the conduct of our respective businesses, which are different but come together in terms of when we work together, but only in the positive side, not that negative.
Of course. Never any challenges.
Exactly. So we also share a commitment with Riva of making a difference to the betterment of the lives of people in our community, especially those of our fellow citizens who we know require assistance from time to time. So while we are all celebrating Riva's latest business success tonight in opening this world-class R&D center, we are also contributing to 4 very worthwhile charitable organizations in our city. So Riva could have, like a lot of businesses that are successful here in Edmonton, they could have chosen anywhere else to conduct their business, especially as it evolved into a global business. But they were excited by the talent and sheer energy in the technology and innovation scene in Edmonton, and they've chosen to, and I like this expression of yours, to double down on Edmonton, as Aldo said. There we go.
I honor all of you collectively today. I honor my friends in the front. I was just reminiscing with Randy. When he first ran for power, if I can call it that, who was his elder? Who was your elder, Randy?
You were.
Oh, that works, right? I think he owes me still. And of course, His Lordship, our wonderful mayor, I do lots of work with him. Actually, Monday we had a ceremony, we were together. And David Shepherd, what a wonderful man. He serves our people really well. I'm honored to be with you. And what is your name, young man?
Well, some people call me Aldo.
Aldo, okay, Aldo.
Other people call me other things which we won't mention.
Okay. So thank you for asking me. It's always a great time when people, especially young people like yourselves, you're all young people, I'm 76, but it's such an honor to get up every day. I thank the Creator for a gift of life.
You know, we're celebrating the 2.0 of Riva's life, the Research and Development Center of Excellence, because this is the way forward. And so thank you for paving the way, for giving Edmonton a chance and showing everybody that it can be done here and it can be done well. Bravo. You know, we took a bet on the sector early in our mandate, and we committed $125 million to create the Pan-Canadian AI strategy. And Edmonton is one of the leading lights in the world for that. And we want to see that continue, and I can tell you that the down payment that we have made on this sector is just that. It's just a down payment. There is more to be done, and with you, we will continue to do more. You can apply for that. And part of the way we're going to do that is through the Western Growth Strategy, which is about taking this company from 85 to 185 and beyond, and letting the rest of the world know that this is a place where you want to come and grow your company. That's all the remarks I have. But I want to say something, that before politics, I was in business, and I see clients, former clients, I see colleagues here, I see people from my business professional life before politics here, and I did a lot of thinking about what it meant to be a wise entrepreneur.
I'm listening.
And and I had the notes for a book, and then politics took over, so maybe this is after politics. But I can tell you 3 things that I remember from working on the wise entrepreneur thinking was that money is just a tool to do more good. Entrepreneurship at its core is about freedom. And the smartest, wisest entrepreneurs understand that at the end of the day, entrepreneurship is about service. So thank you for doing what you've done here, which is contributing $20,000 to the United Way, Win House, iHuman, Stollery Children's Hospital, and bringing people together with you to do it. Because there's one thing about the West, and there's one thing about the prairies. When we used to do barn raisings, it wasn't your family that raised the barn because it wasn't enough members of your family to raise the barn. Okay, maybe Elder Gilbert. Maybe yours, Elder. But the reality is that if you didn't come together as a community and raise a barn together, you didn't get a barn. You couldn't keep your livestock alive over the winter. And that spirit of co-opetition that exists here in Edmonton is something very unique to our city. And so continue to foster that, because this is the secret sauce of Edmonton and of Northern Alberta. And so thank you to Denton's, Tom and colleagues. You're very humble. Denton's is not a law firm. It is one of the world's great law firms. And you have the managing partner for Denton's Canada in this city. And I think bravo, chapeau, thank you for what you're doing. And you personally, thank you for keeping the Christmas Bureau running. Your leadership over the past, let's just say 10 plus years has been exceptional. And I want to thank RBC Financial, and I also want to thank MMP. Because without these kind of partnerships, these kind of donations don't happen. Thank you, bravo, go get them, Aldo and team, merci, thank you, hi hi.
Good evening, everyone. It's an incredible pleasure to be here to celebrate the opening of this new facility here in Queen Mary Park. I moved into this neighborhood myself around 2008 and started to get to know the community a little bit over time. That progressed over the next few years, eventually led to my running for office, and once I got elected, I had one of the most incredible opportunities, one of the best parts of this job is all of a sudden it exploded for me, and that is getting the chance to get to know all the different networks of things that are truly happening in this city. Getting the chance to peel back that onion a little bit and find out how many people were doing so many incredible things in this city that I didn't even know about before. Whether that's in business, community, nonprofits, all kinds of incredible things happening. So I have to admit, until I got the invitation to this event today, I had not heard of Riva.
Hold on. Ask the question. How many other people had that experience?
I can tell you 25 years ago, when Aldo was first getting this business off the ground, I was just entering the doors at Grand McEwen to go into the music program there. And while I was learning how to riff on jazz progressions, Aldo was starting to riff on technology and digital infrastructure, and develop what has become an incredible success story here in Edmonton, a bit of a stealth success story in some ways. One of those stories that maybe many people in our city haven't heard of, but I think a very Edmonton story. The story of someone who had an idea, who built it up, who took that small idea from here in Edmonton and now has developed it into something that is used by major institutions around the world. That's an incredible thing. And so tonight we celebrate that organization, that business moving on and continuing to grow. And again, as others have said, Aldo, thank you so much for continuing to double down on Edmonton and prove that if there's anything you want to do, you can do it here in Dayton. Let me say what a wonderful thing it is to hear that they're working with some of these organizations that are here tonight. Organizations I've had the chance to get to know and work with in the community. And that is another great example of what we do here in Edmonton. We build success and then we give it back. And we do it together. So thank you so much, Aldo, for all you've done. Thank you for bringing this business here to my community, and I look forward to what you're going to accomplish next.
Elder Cardinal, it's always great to share a stage with you and my colleagues Randy and David. Thank you for being here as well. It's always tough to be last, so I'll try to keep this brief. But Elder Cardinal gave me my one of two traditional indigenous names that I have, and it's Napiu Kaniganoti, which translates to leader who walks in front. But if there aren't a whole bunch of people walking with you, you're not getting very far, and you're certainly not a leader. And I feel so blessed as mayor of this city to have folks like you driving entrepreneurship and job creation and wealth creation in our community through innovation and technology, because that makes my work a lot easier, particularly where I've identified for this term a highest priority around growing our opportunity economy. And so I really am grateful for the invitation to be with you to help share your success. today. And Aldo, to you and to your whole team, congratulations on the opening of this new space for you to grow into and continue to pursue world domination from. And on that point, there are a number of awful cliches in my business, and on the map is one of them. But if you'll bear with me, there is a quote that I love and think about often when I'm thinking about economic development in our city. It's a Guy Kawasaki quote, where he said, "Your city's not on the map when a company from somewhere else opens a branch office in your city. Your city's on the map when a company from your city opens branch offices somewhere else." And that's what you've done, and so thank you for putting Edmonton on the map. And we are increasingly on the map as leaders around data science and artificial intelligence, and that's very abstract for people, and so having more and more tangible examples of where this is making a difference for business, where it's creating tangible solutions that drive value and support those jobs and support that wealth creation. And so this is very Edmonton too, because this is about customer relationships and customer data and really understanding what your customers need. And that is something Edmonton is spectacularly good at. When you think about the geography of this place, 90% of Canadians live within a couple hours of the US border. Half of everybody else lives here. Our trading area is the northern half of this country. And that is all about customer relationships, indigenous relationships, business relationships, complex political relationships, all about relationships. That's what makes this such a good place to do business. That's what I think our other speakers were alluding to. And so that is the foundation of this business. Not just relationships, but bringing data science to relationships. That's transformative. That's going to drive lots of value. And when you think about the great companies that we do know about in Edmonton, those global brands like Stantec and PCL that have launched from here, they're relationship-driven companies that started just like this one. So those are companies with 50, 75 years under their belts. You've got 26 under your belt. Where are you going to be when you turn 50, when you turn 75? Maybe employing my kids. Maybe providing the kind of wealth and prosperity that is going to help more of us see our families stay here and prosper, and then be able to give back in the way that you're doing already here today. And it's also very Edmonton, and this has been covered, but I have to thank you as well for investing in our kids and investing in our community through iHuman, Stollery Children Foundation, the United Way, and Winhouse, and supporting families that are in need of our community's support. That's also very Edmonton. So you're setting an outstanding example here today, Aldo, and so to you and through you to all of your team, thank you very much for your confidence in our city and your leadership. This is an example we'll be able to point to with great pride, and so thank you very much for inviting me and some of my staff to come and learn more about what you do here. We want to add you to our proof points of things that Edmonton can do that move the world. And finally, I'll just say that we do have those great big company success stories, which we trust you're going to grow into very, very quickly. But this is also very much a city of small and medium enterprise. And the growth of more of our small enterprises into those medium-sized companies that are really the anchors of innovation and support the scale of research and development that's going to be happening here. That's what really accelerates a technology ecosystem and an economic ecosystem. And so you're at that threshold now with this space, and we can't wait to see what you do next. So congratulations on behalf of the City of Edmonton.
Okay, so next we're going to do a ribbon cutting and photo op, so it's good that you're still here with us, Mayor Robinson, so thank you. So I want to ask you, gentlemen, to the stage. And
Okay, show us things. Mayor. Yes, let's go. I don't have a hair left. Three words define my feelings right now. And they're really easy words. The first one is, wow. Look around. This is amazing. We started this little thing called a training company back in 1990, whatever it was, 93. And by the way, we can bring up the slides, because I'm the only one who's allowed to use slides tonight. But they're going to help me stay on track. And so, what I'd like to be able to do here is to, the other two words, right, because I've only used one so far, right? Wow. The other two are thank you to all of the staff who are here, to the staff members who aren't with us today, but who helped us get here. And there are just there's an incredible group of people who've been with us for a long time and a good time. I just really want to once again say wow and thank you to Michelle, to the team, and to believing that together we're able to build that future. There's power in working together to deliver on that. And wow, thank you, enjoy your evening. This is all about you.